What's your favorite sea creature?
My favourite sea creature would probably be a sea turtle, I reckon.
Sea turtle?
Yeah.
It'd have to be the whale.
Oh, that's a good question. I like jellyfish. Or seahorses.
Dolphins.
Dolphins? And you?
Starfish.
Octopus.
Turtles.
A dolphin.
I'll probably go with a whale.
New Zealand is the last country bottom trawling the international waters of the Tasman Sea. We talked to people on the street in Wellington about how they feel about bottom trawling and the role New Zealand plays in it. Do you know what bottom trawling is?
I think I have heard of it, where they go along the bottom of the ocean floor and trawl up the stuff. Yeah,
That's correct, yes. And what do you think of it?
I don't think I agree with it. I've seen quite a few videos of the damage it's doing to the ocean at the moment, and yeah, I'm really against it.
The old nets, they go along the floor to, collect things, but they kill a lot of stuff along the way and all that. Very destructive, I think.
I didn't know we were still doing that, actually.
Probably disrupts a lot of the marine life, eh?
Yeah.
It's not good, bro. All the poor fishes.
It makes me pretty sad to hear, to be honest. Like, I quite like the fish.
Definitely against it.
Just a revolting practice, and I would have thought we were better than that.
If you could tell the government something about ocean protection or bottom trawling, what would you say?
I would probably say I think they need to care more about the environment, and they're not really doing much about it at the moment, and focus more on fixing those environmental impacts and stuff that they're having at the moment, yeah.
Just tighten up the regulations, eh? Because, it's not good for the environment, and New Zealand should be a place where we're kind of world leaders on renewable stuff, and, bottom trawling doesn't fit with that. So, tighten up.
First of all, that's a bit embarrassing to be an island nation that still does that. Surely we should be taking care of our oceans a bit more carefully. Yeah. Also, I think, have responsibility for the future. Not everything's about right now. Yeah.
Well, bottom trawling, I would want to see much more research in terms of what is the recovery afterwards, what's the damage, what's the long-term damage.
We pride ourselves on being clean, green New Zealand, so let's extend it to every area of not only this country, but let's show the rest of the world how to do it. Do it right.
The whole of our environment is kind of like under pressure with climate change, and then with this stuff adding onto it with what we're specifically doing with this type of fishing, it's not preserving our environmental life, and it's just bad.
Ultimately, it comes down to the dollar for them and the commercial enterprises that they can feed off. Really, we need to tell people, right? It's the people that make a difference.
Last night, we made a projection next to Parliament, right here. This week, there is a meeting taking place in the capital, where countries will discuss fisheries management in the international waters of the Tasman Sea. We know that bottom trawling is the most destructive form of fishing. The heavy weighted nets get dragged along the seafloor, bulldozing everything in their path. Every year, ocean life from dolphins to seabirds and coral get killed by trawl nets. We projected images of coral rubble filmed along known trawl tracks in the Tasman Sea, captured by deep-sea cameras during a Greenpeace expedition to this South Pacific area earlier this year. Our footage also shows there are diverse species of coral living here. They must be protected. It's shocking that New Zealand is still trawling these international waters between Aotearoa and Australia, a place that is so full of life it's been flagged for early protection in a global ocean sanctuary. Bottom trawling happens out in the deep, hidden from sight, but we are shining a spotlight on the long-lasting destruction it causes and calling for it to stop. The fishing industry relies on bottom trawling happening out of sight and out of mind. But New Zealanders love the ocean and they want it to thrive. But for that, bottom trawling needs to stop.